In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the all new goggles from Eachine. These are called the EV300Os and they do have OLEDs inside. However, they have a couple new things and they've gone to a completely different manufacturer to create these goggles for them. And you might end up figuring it out as the video progresses, because we're also going to take a closer look at the inside menu, which I've actually recorded, and I've also compared against the rapid fire with a Fat Shark HDO. So let's get the accessories out of the way real quick. So you get one foam pad right here. This is some kind of a foam right there. You also get leather, which is the one I went ahead and chose. And you get two face plates. One face plate for narrow faces and one face plate for a wider face. So if you had a wide face, you would use this one. And by default, it has the one set up for the narrow face. At least mine, that's how mine came. And they go ahead and provide you with the Velcro. So you would have to stick that there. And you could easily replace these whenever you want, which is really, really nice here. They also provide you with the RC cables for either an input or an output, because this can input and output both AV, and HDMI is just an input currently. We'll get into that in a little bit here. You get two crappy antennas, which I'd never recommend you use. And you also get a USB-C cable. This is actually a pretty nice cable, so this will last you quite a while. And it does power on via USB-C, so that's really great. I've actually tested it. The first time I thought it didn't power on, but it was actually powered on. So that was really great. And they also provide you with the connector you need in order to boot this thing. Now this thing can take anywhere between 2 to 6 S LiPos inside, which is really great. And it also gives you the battery output, so you can keep an eye on that. So that is a huge addition here. So now let's go ahead and see the ports and just about every peripheral we have, or things we can do from the outside here. So let's go ahead and start with the faceplate. The faceplate can be removed easily without any screws. You just pop it off and you're good to go. Now, if we take a closer look here, we have audio jack here. And what's really nice is you could quickly just change the volume from here. You don't have to go anywhere else. Just do this and it starts changing the volume. And as you can tell, there's only two buttons and two, we could call these sliders maybe, and two sliders, which can also be pressed inside. It's very satisfying, actually. They're really nice. So we do have the headphones here. We have the AV input and or output, the SD card for recording footage, HDMI input. And now if we take a closer look here, for the IPD, we do have the IPD adjustments, and we also have focusing. So you can actually focus this to get it spot on, which is pretty insane. Just to tell you about the picture inside, it's the field of view is, I don't know, it's pretty big. I mean, it fills up your whole it fills up everything basically. You do feel slightly more immersed and you get more in your peripheral vision. The difference between it and an HDO, for example, right now, is the best way I could explain it is that in the HDO, you feel like you're 75% of the way back in a cinema. And with this one, you feel like you're 25% of the way back, but you can still kind of see the whole thing. And obviously both of them, you're sitting in the middle, so you can kind of see that whole thing. So this is the kind of difference that I got from just the way that things look. And this is not going to hinder your performance whatsoever in terms of the image you're getting. So that's something really great. Also, the OLEDs are out of this world. They just look amazing. And out of the box, they come with the brightness for the OLEDs, not the brightness of the image. So you can actually change the brightness of the OLEDs. It comes to 1 and it goes all the way up to 7. If you crank that thing all the way up, you're going to get an insane looking image. It's just crazy. It is really crazy. So that's something really nice here. And I think I know who they went to actually create this goggle. And here we do have USB-C, and it does again power up by USB-C input, which is really nice. Here we have head tracking mode. So we do have an inbuilt head tracker. So if you ever needed that, you have that right there. And the DC input. So obviously you can give DC input and or USB-C. And it has a super beautiful little button that'll get you going. Now, if we take a closer look over here, it does, I don't know if they do come with the receiver here. Now this receiver right here is basically, I don't want to say a clone of the rapid fire, but they said that it's using the same exact technology as the rapid fire, and it gets as hot as a rapid fire. So there are some things here, and it does have USB-C for upgrading. Now I flew everything on the default firmware, which we're going to get into and actually compare. I have everything for that. These are SMA connectors right here, so keep that in mind when you're purchasing your antennas. And again, this thing has dual module bays here. There we go. So you can actually put 2. I didn't get a chance to put a rapid fire here and this one here. I'm going to do that probably later on when I have more time. So yeah, this is dual diversity. Now, the way there is no magic that switches between these two, just basically RSSI. Now, I don't know. Now, I know for a fact that not all modules output RSSI. So I don't know how to put this thing back on. Am I putting it back on backwards? Not all modules have RSSI. So usually it chooses between these two by RSSI. There's nothing that processes the image as far as I believe when I talk to them. Yeah, so it just have dual diversity, I guess. So you could try to use it. It might be good, but I don't think there's a need to be honest. You do have your fan, and you can control it through the inside of the menu. Now, what's really nice, I actually didn't look at the instruction manuals, and I actually left it in the shop before I left out. But to change channels and to do anything is unbelievably easy. For example, this one right here, just at a default, when you start moving it, you could change between your channel, and if you want to change your band, you just click it and you could change your band. And I'll probably have that playing somewhere there. So with this right here, really simple stuff. And if you hold this down, then you get into auto search mode, then you click it again and it starts auto searching. And we have this button right here, which gives you the menu, the main menu, and obviously you use this to scroll down and choose what you want to modify. So it's really, really intuitive, and it's by far one of the best goggles I've ever used in terms of just being so straightforward. Like, you don't even need an instruction manual for this. Oh yeah, and to start recording, you just click this one right here. That's it. You just like that, and you start recording. You do have auto recording, and also if you plug out your battery, it'll save the recording, which is really, really great. Also, the DVR footage is really, really nice, by the way. We're going to get to see that as well. And by far, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned this, this is the most comfortable goggle I have ever put on my face, period. It's unbelievably comfortable to wear in the face, and there is no light leakage. I've flown this on a very bright day, and I didn't have any light leakage. And you can also tell from the module bay, they're pretty well closed off. Now, these goggles have been developed. This is years of experience developing these. Don't mistake the name Eachine as they made it. They just rebranded this from a very well-known company. So, and you'll get to see that through the menus if you know what you're looking at. So I really want to call this the Skyzone Sky 04 with module bays and some other extra features here. So now let's go ahead and compare the rapid mix that's provided with these compared to the rapid fire. Now remember, the rapid fire is around $100, and this is, I don't know how, maybe 40 or something, but it comes with the goggles, I think. So you're going to be good to go in that perspective. Now, they performed just about on par, but I would give it to the rapid fire by 10%. And the place where it really shined for me, and again, this is not a super scientific test, it's just the same test I do always in where I put my head in same antennas. I had a bit more confidence flying at 25 milliwatts with the rapid fire, but it was just at that very, very, very end. And still the rapid, I wouldn't even say 10%, I would actually say 5%, to be honest. 5% difference, I would say, because at 200 milliwatts, I didn't really notice that much. I actually felt this one was beating it at times at 200 milliwatts. Basically 25 milliwatts, I felt slightly a bit more, probably like 1 meter more comfortable with the rapid fire than this one, which is basically nothing, but maybe in long range it's different. So that's my take on that. Now, in terms of the screen and just about everything about it, it is by far one of the best goggles I've used. So it competes with it's actually better than the HDO in my opinion, 100% better than the HDO. That's one thing for sure. It's better than the HDO. I never tried the HDO too, so I can't really speak about that. It's as good as the Skyzone, if not slightly better. The Orcas, I don't really want to get into it. I actually got a review unit, but things didn't work out. Let's just leave it at that. So right now, by far, this is a really, really, really nice goggle. I mean, really nice, good DVR, and you have so many things here going on for it, which is pretty insane. So yeah, they did it right this time. They actually did a proper goggle in my opinion, and I'm very curious to see other reviewers' opinions on this topic. But holy crap, it is gorgeous, and I have a scratch right here already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.